EA Sports. It's in the game.
Somebody stop me, stop me, stop me, oh somebody stop me. Lord, if I'm doing it wrong, please stop me. Stop me. Stop me. Stop me. And Lord, if I'm doing it wrong.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And, Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Tyreek Hill on the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Williams. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's McNabb. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
Let's go! White 90! White 90! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll try and throw for it here. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Randy Moss. 56 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll look to run for him with Williams. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Gold now out to kick it away. Tyreek Hill set to return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Green 39! Green 39!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Von Miller not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Here we go now.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Flex round! Flex round! Hey, we got 4 down, 4 down.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Out of the gun, McNabb. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, and it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Ohio! Ohio!
Here's McNabb. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Gould is able to put it through. And that will make our score 9-0. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Now here's Mahomes. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch.
It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Now Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a 1st down. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Now Elliott. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On second down, here's Mahomes. This is caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And my goodness, this is incomplete. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout.
Ohio! 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 Flex round! Flex round!
They begin the drive with Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. In trouble in the ball. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. And Sanders now to return. Sanders shaking and baking. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. A first down carry by Elliott. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Forced out to his left. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Operating from the red zone now. Mahomes drops it underneath to Elliott. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Jadeveon Clowney coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They go play action here on first down. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Elliott. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A good comeback there after the penalty, 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
There we go. Green, 39.
Mahomes going to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Green, 90. Green, 90.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now Sanders. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. And now out come the Giants. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Ohio!
They'll run it now out of the gun, the 25 to the 20. That's up a big play here, 3rd and a yard.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw, McNabb. It finds his target, Beckham. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. On 1st down, it's McNabb. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily with your scheme, maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. A dump off to Elliott. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And got his man complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90!
2nd down, McNabb. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Blue 45! Blue 45!
On 3rd down, Elliott. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for Dallas. He'll take it at the 42. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 46 yards.
Some guys just simply have it. And Randy Moss is one of those guys. His big playability, once again on display right there.
That's what he's known for. He averaged 15.6 yards per reception during his playing days. Highest career yards per catch average for any player with 900 or more receptions. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Jeremy Shockey, the intended receiver. And it's third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. The 30, 20. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And, CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Here's the punter, Sam Martin, now ready to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey,
it'll be intercepted. Picked off by a former Cowboy, Deion Sanders. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
And he showed off yet again those elite cover skills that make him one of the greatest to ever play the cornerback position. If you're going to throw it anywhere in his vicinity, you obviously have to be on the high alert because he's a tremendous athlete.
Boy, a great athlete indeed. He can pretty much do anything. In fact, he's the only person to have both a reception and an interception in Super Bowl history. And Steve Smith hauls it in. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A very solid gain of 27.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Being chased out left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Second down, Mayfield. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Fletcher Cox busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Detroit!
On third down, Mayfield. And that's caught by Smith. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On second down, Mayfield again. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Ryan Shazier able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss.
Over! Detroit! Gone!
Mayfield from the gun on third down. Flushed out right. Pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aaron Donald in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over here at the 20. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again, and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Green 39. Green 39.
Mahomes now on first down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Mahomes now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. To throw, it's Mahomes. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Mahomes takes it himself. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low risk.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Patrick Mahomes taking it in. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? 1st and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, look at 56.
1st down, Mayfield. Trying to lay one up deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Mayfield to throw it. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
I think when people start talking about the greatest Ravens of all time, Ray Lewis's name comes up pretty fast, doesn't it? Tackles like that, just the tip of the iceberg when you start to talk about his talents.
He was their 2nd pick after the move to Baltimore. What was that, 96?
Yeah, 1996. Jonathan Ogden was the first.
And Ray Lewis also 2-time Super Bowl champion and the MVP of Super Bowl 35. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He may try and run for this. And he slides to avoid the hit. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Snatched by the safety Ed Reed. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Here's Mayfield. And his pass incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now Mayfield. Flush to his right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. From the gun, Mayfield. Man open left side, it's Williams. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Detroit! 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 All right, now look at 56.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Steps away to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds, and a nice gain of 21 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, a ball may come your way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up. And it's third down.
Gun!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Khalil Mack in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. 3-19.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. And he connects with Ertz. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
To throw, Mayfield. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Gun!
Mayfield on first down. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Williams, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll get get this one down to about the 17. The ball still a few inches shy of a mile. A little soul-searching on 4th down. Run, it's Williams. 13 and picks up the first. Well, they deemed it, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Aaron Donald able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Lucky 56.
Mayfield now. And the pressure gets to him again. Aaron Donald. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Mayfield. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me, partner.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Back now in Arlington. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try to run some clock now with Elliott. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, This feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
A second down throw for Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. And they rattle off a big one. 64 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Here we go now. Boom, landing.
They'll run it with Williams. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Williams. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Lutz's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw. Deep down. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Ryan Shazier in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's got some space here. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot.